This is headquarters. Your home away from home and the center of your time here off the front line. When you're not out there in the field, this is your place to advance your career. So gear up, train hard, and get to know your fellow soldiers.
The multiplayer mode in Call of Duty World War II is a lot like this.
Recon flight concluded. Breaking their backs.
For a lot of people that may look like a lot of fun, and for others it may look like their idea of hell. It all depends on how you like your competitive shooters to be. If you're looking for long matches on big maps over vast battlefields, then you probably know by now that Call of Duty is not really the series for you. But on the other hand, if you're after short bursts of action, where every moment you feel like you're on a knife's edge between life and death, where the skilled are rewarded and noobs punished, then this multiplayer might be right up your street. It's fast paced with quick kills, quick deaths and quick respawns, has you always feeling like you're only moments away from the action.
Attention! Welcome to the Resistance. We do not have the luxury of time as our enemies are closing in, so I will be brief.
Almost all of the game modes are entertaining, whether it's defending zones in domination, sneaking into enemies' base and capture the flag, or trying to score a goal at Gridiron, Call of Duty's take on American football. It's all about constantly moving because even when you're defending a point, you feel unsafe staying stationary for too long. With a mini-map revealing your location whenever you make a noise, a kill cam showing exactly where you are to whoever you defeat, plus a quick respawn time, it means that whenever you kill someone, they could well be after you only a few seconds later, only now they know your position. So it's all about being mobile.
Oh shit.
The minimap's your greatest ally, letting you know roughly what's around you so you know when to hold back and play it cautious, and when to run in when the enemy's not expecting it. Your eyes need to be constantly checking this thing like it's a rearview mirror to give you the best idea of the current lay of the land.
Our enemy is upon us. They will attack with overwhelming force, but they must not prevail. You will hold this beach.
The biggest addition to multiplayer is a mode simply called War. This has two teams duke it out, one as defenders and one as attackers. The attackers have to complete objectives such as to take over 2 bunkers, destroy 10 pieces of communication equipment, or build a bridge. If the objective's done within a time limit, then the battle rushes back to a different area and onto the next objective. With each objective having a set time limit, it adds a sense of urgency to things and provides a mode that has a feeling of a larger scale to it, which fits in with the World War II setting.
Defend the bunkers!
Defend the what?
Defend the bunkers!
Defend the... what?
Defend the bunkers!
Other than that though, it's your usual Call of Duty 6v6 combat. While it's nice for the series to get back to its roots with a more grounded setting, the World War II backdrop does restrict some of the creativity of the maps and weapons. While there are a nice amount of guns, none of them stand out as particularly unique, and a lot of them handle and look very similar to each other. Plus the maps seem to lack a bit of personality. They lack the colour and imagination of some of the maps of the past. Scorestreaks have always been a fun way of both rewarding players for doing well in a match and adding some tension. If you're only a few points away from the next score streak, then you really want to make sure you do well and earn it. Likewise, it's frustrating when you just miss out on it, maybe because of a particular sniper.
Killing Anton!
There is an option to equip a perk or basic training called Requisitions, which allows you to not lose all of your progress towards a score streak even when you die. The downside to this is that each reward takes twice as long to earn and can only be used once per match, but it is a nice way for people who struggle to get long killing sprees to still have a chance of using the best rewards. There's also a newly added headquarters area where players get to walk around in third person and interact with other players in between matches. Here you can pick up daily and weekly missions, test out guns at the firing range, visit the quartermaster and pick up some new contracts, as well as play some old classic Activision Atari games like Pitfall 2 and Kaboom. Now, of course, there are loot boxes in the game which provide you with all sorts of cosmetic stuff like emotes and weapon skins. These don't interfere much with an actual match and honestly don't provide much incentive to buy these things. The only time that they may help is when trying to unlock a special version of a gun, which require a collection of different parts to create. So say you want the Serum, a special version of the STG-44 automatic rifle, then you'll need all of these different parts, which can be purchased separately, but as you can see it may take a long time to do. Potentially the loot boxes could speed up this process, but that's about all they're really good for. With the fast pace and the Twitch-like responses needed to do well at the game, a good internet connection is pretty much a must. Any lag will seriously hinder your performance, so if you can, make sure that the NAT types are open, and potentially certain times of the day will make the game frustrating as your internet connection speed takes a dip, leaving you that split second slower than your enemies, which of course in the long run can make all of the difference. Now there's one more element of Call of Duty World War II to take a look at. So until then, thanks for watching.
The battlefield. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back. We're being outmaneuvered.